Welcome to Tompkins-Seneca-Tioga BOCES SCOOLS Interlibrary Loan Tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to model for you is how to request a book. And of course our first step again is for you to log in. In a previous tutorial I showed you how to log into the school system. So you want to pull up your school's address here on the screen, and then you will want to log into your appropriate school. As just a reminder, pulling down the little boxes here. And I'm going to go into my school, which is Ithaca High. And I'm going to log in with my password information, which you should have. And logging in. So if you would like to request a book, and that means you would be requesting a book from another BOCES surrounding Tompkins-Seneca-Tioga BOCES that participates with schools, then you would go up here under ILL and click My Requests, and you would get a screen like this. I've already made a request earlier that I've canceled. So let's walk through this request again. So the first thing you want to do is go over here to the side where these little blue tabs are and switch your location of where you're looking. You don't want to look under your school, you want to look under all these BOCES here. So you switch this to all. And then another nice feature is you can hit advanced search here, which means you can search more specifically. So if you have the title and author, you can put both in. I'm just going to search the title of World Wrestling. Oh, and of course spelling counts too, which is good and then I'm going to hit the search button here, and then you're going to give it a few minutes. If you notice up on top when this is whirling, it means yes, it's trying to generate your list. Okay, and now I get a pretty generic list of books. So I'm looking through, and I'd like to request this book right here, the World Wrestling Encyclopedia book. So when you find the specific, let me go back one time, when you find the specific book, please don't, this is confusing, you think you'd want to click over here next to the call number, but what you want to do is click on the title of the book. You need to click on the title of the book. This will bring up a second screen where you can actually make a request of this book. And so if this is the book you really want, you would click on ILL request, and it would bring up another screen. Under here, you would need to click, in this case there's only one BOCES that has it, but if there was more than one, you could click up to 3, and then you would submit your request. After you do that, you see that there's another screen that pops up. This shows you that an email has been sent to the specific schools requesting this book. So now you know that the book has been requested. After you've requested the book, say tomorrow or the next day, and you want to see if the book is coming, that they've responded and are going to send you the book, you would go log back in and go back to My Requests. And as you can see, now I have two things, and this specific request that I have has a status of open over here. So that means it's pending. So I can click on that, and it shows me exactly what I'm getting. In this case, I want to now cancel it. So there's little tabs on the bottom that will be very useful. Because I'm doing this at this specific time, these aren't highlighted, but say the book is sent, then there's a couple of tabs down here that will be important. Once the book is sent and you need to send it back, you'll want to hit the return button. That way it says the status in schools as return, so that you know that the school that it came from knows you are sending it back. At this time, after you do return the book, you'll want to put it back into the mail with me. Also, a nice thing at this time would be to do the print slip and send it back with the book, so that I know which BOCES it's going back to. I can always look that up, but it's sometimes very convenient that I know exactly where this book is being sent back. At this time, I'm going to remove this request because I don't want to actually leave this request open, as I'm not really requesting this book. So I'm going to hit remove, and every time that you do a transaction, it's going to give you another screen, and something else to do. In this case, I could put a note about why I didn't want to have this book. In this case, I'm going to say test book for training purposes. No need to send. And then I'm going to click OK. And if I go back to my request, I now can see several things. First of all, that it's canceled, and secondly, there's my message popping up that I canceled it. So because they will get an email on the other end that I had requested this book, and I really don't want them to send it. So that's how you would borrow a book through the ILL South Central School Library System.